right, a very good afternoon, a very good evening, and a very good morning to you all watching this podcast from wherever you are watching this podcast from. How are you? Welcome aboard. Thank you for watching this YouTube channel. Everything transfers deep into the transfer. 2 days into into transfers. Remember, transfers opened yesterday, and officially Arsenal placed in their bid. As expected by some of us, it was rejected there and then. Arsenal normally does this, so it wasn't news to some of us who have been following transfers for years, as mainly concerning Arsenal. So Arsenal, I'll jump into that. Don't worry a moment. I have lots of news. Jude Bellingham has today been announced by Madrid, and then secondly, the EPL fixtures were released today by the FA Premier League. So let's jump into the latest transfers as things are panning out. Okay, for starters, as you know very well, the transfers has opened. A transfer window have officially opened. They opened yesterday, and we are into 2 days into transfers. And the first and foremost, Arsenal yesterday, as expected, they placed in their opening bid. It was Edu and Galich who were present as for Arsenal when they met at the board of West Ham. So what happened is that Arsenal placed in their 80 million bid for the player, but it was immediately rejected by West Ham as expected. Arsenal has never placed any bid and then it goes straight away. They first have to linger around to maneuver. They want to see, test the waters. So they tested the waters and found out that the waters were deep. So they had to go back with the 80 million pounds. Remember, West Ham values this player at almost 100 million pounds plus. According to Fabrizio Romano, he says that Arsenal will bounce back with another bid that will be close to the valuation of West Ham. So let's wait and see. Remember that these few weeks, Arsenal were negotiating terms with the player before they could place in their bids. So the terms with the player has been concluded. Arsenal and Declan Rice, they have agreed to terms, and Declan Rice has agreed to come and join Arsenal. Now that's why Arsenal had to come and place their bid, because already on the players' side things were sorted. So they placed in their first bid, and it was automatically rejected by West Ham. With days to come, they say Arsenal are going to come back with another bid. Remember, news moving around indicates that Manchester City might also jump into the boat. Man City might also jump into the boat. But as I know, Man City might not be interested in the player. But because they have these tactics of making rival teams to overpay for the players. They did the same during United's era when United wanted to buy Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk. They went in for the player, and then Man U ended up paying over the board. And then they did the same when they went to Leicester City in for none other than Harry Maguire. United had to part ways with 80 million pounds. They overpaid for the player. Man City has that tactics of making rival teams overpay for players whom they don't really want. They just show interest, but they don't really like the player. So they say that Man City are also ready to blow Arsenal out of the water. Remember, if it comes to financial, I think Man City are ready, and they are willing, and they are able to blow Arsenal out of the water. But if you look at the style and where you think Declan Rice might play, I don't think he might have playing time at Man City. That might be that must be just a tactic by Man City to make Arsenal overplay so that they can miss out on other targets that they think might be a potential players who might bring rivalry next season. So let's wait and see how far Man City's interest either is concrete or not concrete, but they haven't yet come out, Man City, that to be concrete to say that they are really interested in Declan Rice. But news running around, especially the Guardian, they say that Man City might jump in to the deal. Remember that if Man City comes in to the deal, Arsenal has the policy that they don't go in for bidding wars. They have players' valuation and they know how much they are willing to pay for the player. They did the same in January when Chelsea came and blew them out of the water. Arsenal had to jump out of the deal, and they are ready to do the same for Declan Rice in case any team comes out to overpay above their valuation. So let's wait and see how far that deal is going to go. But as I tell you right now, as I talk right now, Arsenal's first bid was rejected automatically by West Ham, and we hope that any time from now Arsenal will come back. Remember, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta wants to bring in his players before they start pre-season in Germany. Nonetheless, they want to make all their players be with them, all the players whom they want be with them by the time they go to America. So let's wait and see. They want all those players to be with them so that they can incorporate well with the squad. So let's wait and see how far the deal will be panning out. But as far as I know, I think this deal might not take 2 weeks. This deal might be complete by the end of this week or by the start of next week. Okay, that is Declan Rice for you. And then apart from that, Jude Bellingham has officially been announced and presented as a Real Madrid player. While talking to the journalists over there, Jude Bellingham has said that when at the time when Madrid officials came and approached his home, he was really happy and he ran short of what his heart beat, because that's the team where every player would dream to go. That is Real Madrid. He also says that he would wish to share the same pitch with Kylian Mbappe. That might fuel more interest for Kylian Mbappe, because the player Jude Bellingham wants to play with Kylian Mbappe at Real Madrid. Remember that Florentino Perez, during the presentation, he said that they have acquired one of the best players in the world, that is Jude Bellingham. So what remains to be seen to see, will they also bring in none other than Kylian Mbappe? Let's wait and see how far that deal is going to go. But as I talk now, Real Madrid have officially presented Jude Bellingham as their new player. Still concerning Madrid, they have presented a new contract to none other than Toni Kroos. The deal runs up to next year, 2024, June. So that is Madrid for you over there. Speaking transfers, Bayern Munich are also interested in none other than Kim Min-jae from Napoli. But news indicate that Manchester United are also interested in the same player, much as their offers are not yet concrete, but both teams might find themselves locking horns for the same player, that is Kim Min-jae from Napoli. So that is Bayern Munich and Man United all in for the one and only, that is Kim Min-jae. Apart from that, Richardson from Spurs today was speaking to the journalists. He said that yes, much as the interest and rumors from Madrid, there is no player who don't have wish to play for Madrid. All players wish to play for Madrid, but for him, as he speaks now, he has a running contract with Spurs. He has to make sure that his valuation is seen at Spurs. He is still a Spurs player and he is ready to make max counts next season when the season opens. So that is for you. That is Jude Bellingham. And then apart from that, Man City have said that they want to iron out João Cancelo's future before the start of the preseason. Remember that pre-season Man City are going to start as soon, that is in the middle of early July. So they want to make sure that before they start their pre-season, the future of João Cancelo is sorted. Barcelona are in for the player. They want the player on loan, but Man City have one thing in mind. They want to sell the player. And the only club that wants and is willing to buy the player is their bitter rivals, that is Arsenal. That when it comes to title, but Man City and Arsenal, depending on how things have been moving, they have always been in good relationship and good terms when it comes to buying and selling players. Remember, Arsenal sold over 5 players to Man City, and then it's now the time to pay back. Will Man City allow Arsenal sign one of their best left back and right back? Remember that João Cancelo is valued at over 60 million pounds. Arsenal want that fee to be lowered, but Man City have said that they want to sort out his future before pre-season. Finally, as I wind up this video, fixtures have been released. EPL official season starts on the 11th. That will be a Friday, 11th August, on Friday. Man City, the champions, are going to be taking on the Burnley. Man City will be hosted by Burnley. That is, Vincent Kompany will be taking on Pep Guardiola. How will it pan out? Let's wait and see. But the first game of the season is between Man City, between Burnley hosting Manchester City, and then on the weekend of 12th August, Arsenal will be hosting Nottingham Forest, Brighton will be hosting Luton Town, newcomers. Everton will be hosting Fulham, Sheffield United will be hosting Crystal Palace, Newcastle will be hosting Aston Villa, and then Brentford will be hosting Spurs, that is London Derby, and then Chelsea, the game of the weekend, Chelsea will be hosting Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, and then on Monday, Ten Hag's Manchester United will be hosting Wolves at the Theatre of Dreams. Thanks so much for watching this video. May God bless you so much. Thank you. If you like the video, subscribe. If you like the video, like the button, tap the like button. If you like the video, make sure that you share the video. But the most important thing is to subscribe to the channel. Remember, transfer season, transfer fever, we have begun, and you'll be getting all the latest transfers only and exclusively on this channel. That is Latest Transfer with me, Jimmy Apollo.